JB, hope you're doing well. Last time you guys faced the Clippers, I think it was on the same road trip as the Denver game. And you talked the other night about getting off to a better start. I think you had kind of a challenging first half out there the last time. What needs to be different tonight in the second meeting with them?
Get off to a good start. We're going to have to make some shots. I mean, they were pretty hot early. I mean, watching that game again, scary how well they can shoot the ball from the perimeter. I mean, we were, in their space and they still made shots. So they got to feel us early. It's got to start with our defense. We got to be aggressive. My hope is that they participate in missing some shots early. That's going to help us get our offense going, play with some pace. We got to move their bodies. They're long, they're athletic. It's going to be tough for us to get down in the paint, but we just got to do it with pace and body movement, and we just got to play well. We just got to get off to a better start.
Thank you.
Will?
JB, now that we know that you guys are playing in the playoffs, or at least in the play-in round, what trait or traits do you feel like best gives your team success, not only for these next three games, but as you go towards games that have an elimination nature?
Say it again.
What trait that describes your team best suits you guys for success here, not only in this next stretch?
Resiliency, toughness, physicality. I'd say all that, In these moments, you're gonna have some highs, some lows. Stay together, stay resilient. It's gonna take a mental toughness and a physical toughness. And overall, we got to be focused. That's the biggest thing. Well, for us, possession by possession, we got to be focused. We got a very young team, and that's not easy to do. But in general, every possession, we got to have a focus, a physicality. When things don't go our way, we got to respond the right way with our resiliency. So, and we're capable of it.
Law?
How you doing, James? I noticed in the last game that you had LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham all on the floor at the same time for a pretty good stretch against the Nuggets. It's not something that we've seen much of since the All-Star break in particular, and I don't believe we saw that against the Clippers when you were in LA 2 months ago. And I just want to get your thoughts on that lineup and when you feel comfortable utilizing it.
We like the small guard lineup. It's been good for us. In general, it's very difficult with, the size of the Clippers to play that lineup consistently. They're pretty big on the wing, and, we need a little bit more size. But for us, that's just where we're at right now. I mean, those are, three of our better players. We got to put them on the floor together to create some offense. And it does allow the ball to move, and it allows us to put some more scoring, some shooting on the floor, especially without Miles, Gordon out there on the floor. We're going to have to find other ways to manufacture offense, and that's one way to do it. It does stretch us, though, defensively. We're not the biggest team. I think we're one of the shorter teams, the smaller teams in the NBA. But, for us, we got to find some scoring sometimes, and that lineup allows us to do that.
Richard?
Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. I know you talked about there was no celebrations to get into the play-in playoffs. Now that you're there and know you're playing next week, does it alter the way you look at these last three games, knowing that you're going to be playing at least one or two more games next week, or how do you look at that?
I think a couple of things. I think it takes the weight off a little bit from our group. We are playing postseason basketball, which is fantastic. No matter what happens these next three games, we are in the postseason. So there's a little bit of weight off from that. Now let's just go play, give it our best effort. Let's see where we land, but let's go out and be aggressive. Let's go play to win all three of these games and move up as high as we can. Get healthy, but we want to have some momentum going into, that playing game. So for us, that starts with, playing the right way, playing together, playing aggressively, and we have that opportunity tonight. So mentality wise, I think our guys are ready. There's a little bit of freedom here, knowing that we are in postseason play, which is fantastic for this young group.
Rod?
Hey, JB, you kind of addressed it a little bit yesterday, but I mean, now that you guys are in the playoffs, how do you balance, trying to figure out keeping guys healthy with making sure, as you said, you're going in with momentum as well? How do you balance that?
Yeah, I'll take it game by game right now, Rod. I mean, I want to play, our typical normal lineup as much as we can, find some rhythm, find some positive momentum going into that playing game. So that'll be important for us. While still keeping an eye on keeping our guys fresh and healthy. I don't want to overrun them right now, but we're trying to win games, and we're going to go after this win tonight, whatever it takes tonight. What happens next game in New York, we'll adjust at that time. But for right now, tonight, we're going to go play our minutes and play our rotation and try to get a win. Where that takes us from here, I don't know, but yeah, I'm watching our guys. I'm monitoring their minutes right now, and we do want to be fresh, in that heading into that playing game, but we want to keep rhythm and momentum as well. It's a balance. So, but we're going after this one.